I was not expecting those storms last night. Came down really heavy. Hey folks, welcome back to Schroeder's Garage. I was in the downpour last night. Now I wanted to come out to the garage, but I knew I was just gonna get soaked if I came out here. So I waited till this morning. Now it's a beautiful morning. Yeah, the only thing we got going on is some overcast. It's really smoky out there. We got some Canadian wildfires happening right now. We live in Minnesota, and you can just smell it in the air how smoky it truly is. Hoping they'll clear up and it'll be a nice sunny afternoon, but we'll see. Today I got the passenger side. Last time you saw me work on the driver's side fender, so today I'm going to be finishing up doing the top side of the passenger fender. So this will go by quick. Hope you liked the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And you have any comments, maybe you're wondering what chemicals I'm using or what tools I'm using to sand this down with, be sure to ask. Otherwise, look down in the description. I'll tell you guys everything that I'm using. So if you got a project at home that you're currently working on or you want to work on, you'll know which tools and chemicals to use. All right, let's get started. Well, I think that about does it, folks, on this passenger side fender here. I am just gonna get her nice dry cleaned up and ready for painting. Put some of that Rust-Oleum Sandwell primer on there, and later on I'll be cutting the end of this off. I don't know if you can see it from the camera there, but it's rusted on through. It needs a new piece of steel and be welded and measured and all that fun stuff. I'll save it for another video for you guys to watch. But it's been fun. It's a process, and each step you just gotta think to yourself, how am I gonna make this better? So if you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I know other people have projects that you want to work on, but maybe this video will help them. Who knows? I'll leave a description with all the chemicals I used to make this thing work, and I'll even leave a description of the tools I use as well. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them below. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care and watch for more.